Can you get Social Security benefits if you have DDD, degenerative disc disease? Well, I did some research and the short answer is yes, and the long answer is yes and no. So this year there are new rules and I will talk about that in the video. And if you stick around, I will talk about what to avoid and give you some tips. And I will also explain what the two kinds of disability benefits are. So let's get started. Hi, it's Healthy Back Girl, and my name is Kamala. Yes, that's my real name. And I help moms get rid of their back pain from DDD with mindset, nutrition, and routine. So let's go. Okay, so first, the short answer is yes, DDD qualifies, and it is under the category of disorders of the spine. The Social Security Administration, the SSA, has a manual and it falls under the disability evaluation. So here's the rules for this year. Number one, you cannot be able to move your hands to do anything. You cannot be able to walk. You cannot do basic life skills like go grocery shopping or self-care. Number two, states that you are over 50 and you have minimal education and only physical work experience. Number three looks at everything that has to do with your back problem, your diagnosis, treatment, its effect on your ability to work, just proof, and they look at your proof for MRIs, CT scan. This is part 2 of the series for if you can't go to work with back pain. And I want to apologize for the last video that I made. The quality was not up to par. And I hope this video will be a lot better and it will not disappoint anybody. I also want to make a correction that I mentioned I qualified for FMLA when it fell under the ADA category because I was not at that job position for at least a year. I was there for only a few months. Okay, so there are two types of disability. There is SSDI and SSI. Number one, SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance. It's considered an earned benefit, which means you pay into that to Social Security through your paycheck, and that's the part listed as FICA. So you can get Medicare and you can get money from $1,200 to $2,800 a month, and you'll get retroactive pay if your whole filing takes a long time. They'll give you the retroactive for up to 1 year. So when you file a claim with the SSA, they decide if you are disabled and qualify for the benefits because you cannot work. So to qualify, you need to have been working for the past 5 out of 10 years, and you need to have had money taken out of your check, been disabled, and applied within the past 5 years that you last worked. You have to show proof that you are disabled and you're unable to work, and that it's going to be like a minimum of 1 year. This is where I ask you to please like the video if you got anything out of it, and please subscribe because I have more. And this is just the second part of this series, so look out for the third part. You want to hit the bell for notifications for when I release new videos. Okay, so number two, SSI, Supplemental Security Income. So with this, you apply and you don't have to work and you don't have to pay into it. And it's based on your current income. You can get Medicaid and $700 a month with SNAP. You can't have more than $2,000 if you're single, or $3,000 if you are a family, if you have a family. And you need to show your proof of disability. So millions of people apply for the disability every year, and this is why it can take up to a few months to years for this process to be completed. Number one, the initial application that gets sent to the SSA takes 3 to 6 months for them to receive it, and then a lot of them are rejected. Number two, Reconsideration is an appeal, and they just go over your application, and with more medical proof, they just make sure that you don't have any more mistakes on it, and that could take 3 to 6 months. And again, more applications are rejected. Number three, there is a hearing with an administrative law judge to show your evidence, and they make a case. But there are 500,000 people that do this every year, and even fewer judges who put you on a waiting list for up to a year. And then they make their decision, and with that, a lot of cases are rejected. Each state has its own process for each of these steps. So if you get your disability benefits, an award letter will be sent to you with the amount, and you cannot make over $900 a month. That's if you're working online at home. Social Security has the CDR law, which is Continued Disability Review. So they check up on you between 6 to 18 months if your condition is expected to get better, 3 years if possible, and 5 to 7 years if your condition is not expected to change. And with this, dependents can lose their benefits for various reasons. When you become a senior, it gets rolled into retirement and you get the same amount of pay, but there are no CDR laws that you need to follow. Okay, so you want to avoid these things. 1, doing anything that are housework, inside or outside. That means gardening or like cooking, cleaning. 2, taking care of children. That means picking them up too. No childcare. And 3, no school unless it has like flexible schedules and there's no pressure and they make all these accommodations for you. So basically, don't have anything, do anything that looks like it might be some sort of job. This year, cases are done on the phone, so there are no lawyers present, and they're gonna wanna know if you work. So make sure that you know your disability. You have to know everything inside out to be able to explain, all the treatments, diagnoses, all the effects of that. You also need to know all your medications, all the effects of that. And you want to talk about the activities that you can do and the activities that you cannot do. And if your diagnosis is not physical, like it's not obvious, then you need to explain the pain and whether you need to be laying down a lot, resting, whatever the case is, which, with DDD, you can't just really look at somebody and tell that they have that. So you might need to explain. Okay, so have you decided to apply for any of these disability benefits? Or have you decided to just work from home? Put that stuff in the comments. Thanks for watching.